What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk really briefly about Silent Hill 2 Remake yet again. And I actually got a comment a few days ago saying, Alex, is there anything? And I promise people whenever they ask me that, if there's anything, if I see anything, I will absolutely make a video. So if you don't see a video from me, I guess I don't deem it, like worthy. I'm just kidding. No, anything really I see on Silent Hill 2, I try to make as a video. All right. We got another rating, and I do think we've done this before. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. My memory's a little fuzzy tonight, but I do think this game might have been rated before. We'll talk about what that means, as this video goes, but let's look at it real fast. So this comes from the Korean Game Rating Committee, which is a very common one that normally means, the game's getting close, but again, we'll talk about that soon. So you got Silent Hill 2 Remake, you got the decision grade, youth use not permitted, and then you have the reasons for it. So excessive violence, fresh blood from hitting and being hit, and physical damage such as creatures being separated, excessive expression of disgust and fear. There's expressions of disgust such as creatures with strangely formed limbs, and expressions of fear such as gloomy backgrounds and bizarre sounds. Therefore, in accordance, yada, 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 unavailable to youth classification was decided. So again, I really wish, maybe like the Australian ratings board. I don't remember where it was, but I'll tell you this. Korea, Australia, sometimes things like Singapore is a good one. Sometimes these games will just appear in really one of those three. Maybe there's like an oddball one besides it. And to not, keep poking at it, what does it mean? Well, when these things normally happen, the game, now the two main things, right? The game is releasing somewhat soon. You don't rate games for games that are coming out 3 years from now. And also the actual release date, if it has not been known before the rating, would be known soon after. So, we keep saying it, and that's why I'm always a little hesitant to even talk about these more rating kind of videos, because it's a bigger window. It's a window, like you don't actually know. You can say a few things. You can say the game is coming out this year, but again, like we knew that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, the game is still coming out this year. You wouldn't rate this game if it was coming out next year. The release date is soon. Yeah, that's probably likely, right? Because look, we're in March, and we're almost halfway. The year is flying. But before you know it, March will be over. Even if you get a release date in April or May or whatever, the game, you got to give it some time, right? Like, you're not going to announce the release date in April and it comes out halfway through May. You're going to give the date in April, May, June. And, there's building evidence that maybe there's a PlayStation showcase in May, right? So Ghost of Tsushima 2 has been widely, suggested. So if you do that, Silent Hill 2 is there. You show it off. You give a date. You give the date at the end of May. The game comes out in October, right? October, because of Halloween and because of how easy that is, right? It's always been something we've discussed and thought was possible. But, as we thought maybe it could come out late last year, early this year, it's like, okay, well, it's nowhere near close to Halloween, right? But now as the year's going, it's like, oh, this game is not coming out in the first half. There's no way this game comes, in my opinion, no way this game comes out before June. And it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Take your time. We keep talking about it. The game needs polish. Clearly, the game needs polish. I know, the newer stuff they've shown, small snippets on social, besides YouTube, social media like Twitter, the game does look better. But the last major thing they showed, the game looked rough and it needed more time. And I'm sure it needs more time and needed more time. So I really do think this game is a fall of this year game. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. This is not surprising that it was rated. Again, it means it's coming out relatively soon, but is October relatively? It's 7 months away, right? That's somewhat soon, you know what I mean? But I think a release date is around the corner, next couple months. Again, I think a showcase in May or June makes a lot of sense. So we'll keep an eye on it. If I see anything else, I'll let you know. Thank you for watching as always. Make sure you're subscribed, all that jazz, and I'll see you all on the next one.